pays for your salary. So why do you take offense if he doesn't know you? And who are you to be known also? Especially if you are into graft and corruption. With more reason na dapat hindi ka talaga batiin eh. You know, it's the metamorphosis that goes around the mind of people in government. You shape up. You shape up. Do it, be courteous to everybody. Baski wala kang ngipin. Try to save some money para sa pustiso. You smile. Do not be ashamed to smile because wala kang ngipin. Magpadagay ka ng pustiso, tumawa ka. Para nga, that's the only language that, you know. Alam mo kasi, pag sabi-sabi ko lang, ngayon, I ask you with sincerity. Kaya nilalagyan ko ng color of, hindi naman insult, but, yeah, sabi ko, maski pangag ka. You smile. Wala kang ngipin, well, save enough money to have your smile. Be courteous. Dinagdagan ko yan ng medyo pa-slide na insulto, but that's it. Wala tayong magawa. Now, the reason why there is a flooding and proliferation of drugs is because of the inutility of the barangay captains. It should start from there. Sila yung nakakilala ng mga tao. Na ngayon, pag hindi ako satisfied sa drive and drugs, because I will issue the guidelines, the war against drug must start in the barangay level. I will give you, hindi na ako bibigay sa ng mga tanod. Walang ginawa yung hindi mag-inom, mag-abuso. I will recruit people, parang yung CHDF sa police. Only those who have completed ROTC at my neuro because pahawakan ko ng baril. Those already ex-soldiers or have retired because the family doesn't. Yun yan sila who has had at least the barest minimum of gun handling and law enforcement. But there will be classes for them. But they will be under the supervision of the barangay captain para hindi matakot. But administratively, they have to report to the precinct commander or station commander of the area where they are assigned. I will buy, kasi takot eh. Ang madurugista talaga may baril. If you, I am sure if you dig deep into sa kultura ng drugs, all of them, may mga baril yan. Because you know, as you know very well, that phenomenon starts with yung tawag nito. They're scared. They think that somebody is following them. That's why they try to burn their mother because she was the devil and patayin yung grandfather, tatay, kasi akala niya demonyo. Diyan ako galit sa drugs because during our time, wala namang nire-rape na bata. Peter, it's a very cruel word, yung drugs. Galit ako sa mga drug lords na hindi nga naman sila talaga addict. They just seek out to convert people from one of a responsible citizen or a young man studying or a young woman, and then they destroy their lives. And I have said, frankly, nandito naman kayong lahat, even the international press, those who destroy the lives of our children will be destroyed. Those who would kill my country will be killed. Simple as that. No middle ground, no apologies, no excuses. And again, I refer to my predicate of my statement, my presence here. I'm ready to lose the presidency. I can lose them anytime. I can lose it anytime. I will stake my honor and my life. And after that, good riddance tayong lahat. Basta gawin ko. Sinabi ko, gawin ko. Hindi ko dapat sabi, but dito sa Davao, pag sinabi ko, gagawin ko talaga. Hayaan mo, mabaya na ka. Wag ko ang mag-kas ka. Nagababay ka sa akin o gusto mo na magtanong? Okay. Give me, it's now 3 o'clock. Give me until 6 o'clock, then I can... tapusin ko lang ito. Ano lang naman to? Actually, ma'am, nagtalagnat na ko. You know why? Because my defenses were down, actually. You're not talking to a young man. Ang immune system ko nagtalagang bumaba at I was carrying the bacteria ng bronchial. And nasuspect ako tuloy ng pneumonia. Kaya from 2 days, sabi nandun, take off some more few days, a few more days to recover. So nag-x-ray ako, medyo okay na. Curfew for minors, mandatory. The thing is, police should not arrest minors because they are not supposed to be arrested. They do not have the discernment of what they are doing out there. Arrest the parents instead. The barangay captain should direct the police where the parents live and arrest them. Pag hindi ninyo ito kaya, din sabihin ko sa barangay captain, be ready to face charges of neglect of duties or simply you are not working, in which case I will suspend you if there is a charge. Wala tayong pakiusapan dyan. My supporters and the supporters of the other side. No in between. They should be legally held responsible. Marami yan dyan. Sa Child and Welfare Code dito sa Davao, revised penal code, abandonment of minors, putting the life of minors in jeopardy. Meron yan. I'm sure I can hold you, detain you even for so many hours. Itong drunk driving, marami kasi wala akong nakita na tao na pumunta sa prisuhan because of accident. Ang Pilipino kasi, ang ano natin is, aksidente yan eh. Even actually, it is not really an accident, but sometimes a criminal act. When you drive, and you drink, you drive, you know that you will kill a person. That moment when you are behind the wheels, and start the engine, and you are dead drunk, or drunk, there are stages of drunkenness. There's a jocose stage. Yung pabiro, jocose. Then there is the bellicose stage. Yung maghanap na ng away. Makatingin lang yung tao, anong gusto? That's the bellicose, belligerent. Then you have the lacrimonious stage. Melancholia. Ako siya niyan, uwi na tayo, ako mag-drive. Para makapatay ito, makasagasa tayo ng 5. Lalo na yung mga media dyan na pukuros-kuros na hindi nagatingin. Pero hay ka, nakaharap yung media sa kotse niya. Then you have the comatose stage. Yung hindi na talaga, yun, dapat yung ganong comatose, tuloy-tuloy na yun. When you're so dead drunk, your brain is out of function, and you are really dead drunk. And that's what is called comatose stage. And for those who are into that state, I hope it would continue for all time. Yun. So, I will now make a recommendation to Congress to take it out from the probation law. Kasi dito, pag nakasagasa ka ganon, and the sentence is below 6 years, you do not go to prison. You simply, judge, guilty ako but I'd like to apply for probation. Then you report to the probation officer. That is not good enough. Pero yung iba kasi, it's almost insanity now that rules the highways. Basta, kaya dito, tignan mo, sa Davao, I imposed 60 kilometers per hour. May nakita ka bang cross? Well, meron, pero hindi kayo noon na sa isang stretch, taglima ang cross. Dito, tapos sa ibang barangay, mayroon namang cross. Sabi, anak ka. Kasi, basta pag nandyan na, drive, lalo na lasing, hirit yan, narurot. Diyan sa EDSA, alam mo itong moneyed people, especially because sports car, mga soup up yan, they tinker with the engines. And they think that they own the streets, public. Forget the idiot forgetting that that road is for all because ang gumastos dyan ang tao. Hindi yung tatay pati nanay niya na mayaman. See? Ganon dito eh. Ngayon dito yung mga mayaman dito, sabi ko, pag nahuli ko kayo, huhubaran ko kayo dyan sa highway, tawagin ko yung mga media. I will strip you naked. You want to file charges against me? Fine. Go ahead. Nanay niyo magdemanda. Sige. Pero, mga abusado eh. Kita mo yan sa puro sports car. Wrong! If you happen to cross the street at that moment, you're a gunner. 80, 90 miles per hour, hindi na ma-break yan. 60, kaya pa. Controlled. So, EDSA will be 60. Meron that habulan tayo. Pag hindi hinabol ng polis, nakita ko sa camera, ang polis ang habulin ko. Nakampulisa ka. Totoo. Ano tayo, you make it equally responsible to each other and to your fellow men. Police, trabaho ka. Yan ang trabaho mo. Tapos dito, sige, hulihin ka. Prangkahan tayo para walang istorya na marami. I run it like a city because I am just a city mayor, but it will applies to all. Gaya ng basa na. Kagaya ng itong Ibayad my way. Diyan sa kanto. Maghulog ka lang ng ilan dyan, then you disturb the neighborhood. And it makes a city, noise pollution can be abated anytime because it is a nuisance. The kapitan or the mayor or governor and the police can stop it immediately. No need for a court order because that is a nuisance which can be summarily stopped. Alas 10, yung open yan sa kanto-kanto. Let me illustrate to you the life of the Filipino. Listen very carefully. Filipinos? Okay. Itong asawa nito work, sales girl, whatever. She stays most of her life dyan sa squatters area. Ngayon, dimulis na papalayo sila. She wake up 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. She prepares the food, yung mga bata ayusin niya yung mga damit, then dresses up the children, send them out to school. Then she takes care of herself. Siya, magbihis, tatakbo yan. 2 rides, 3 rides minsan. Tricycle, then jeep, then MRT kung mahabol niya. Sometimes it's about 2 kilometers. The next is she makes it earlier. She goes around at 3 o'clock, sabi niya mga bata, lumabas na lang kayo, puto kayo ng eskwelahan, kasi alis na ako. Then she walks. Whole day standing there. Then at 5 o'clock, she goes out. Hindi pa yan kasi magbandi clock pa yan. Then she comes out there 5:30, 6 o'clock. Pupunta na naman siya 2 rides, 1 ride. Punta doon sa MRT. She waits for the train, which never comes at times. So pagdating doon, mag-jeep siya. She arrives home 11, 12. Then she cooks food for the next morning. Labaan niya yung mga damit. Yung mga bata. Tapos balik siya sa trabaho. Ganon ang buhay ng Pilipino. 90% ng ating tao. So, at 7, at 10 o'clock, you stop that a fucking thing. Let the children sleep in the neighborhood. Yeah. Huwag mong pahirapan ang Pilipino. Masyadong hirap na. Those are the things that I want to correct right at the beginning. Huwag mo akong tanongin na infrastructure. Tanungin mo si Tugade or si... Ako po'y abogado. Kaya itong Makati Business Club, sabihin mo sa kanila, sabi ni Duterte, graduate siya ng AB Foreign Affairs. Geopolitics, international law, international relations, international trade. Baka hindi alam ng mga ulol. Abogado ako, prosecutor ako. Ang pag-usapan namin criminal law, I give them about 5 days of lecture about criminal law. Pati computation sa kanilang penalties kung mag-abot sila din for fraud. Tapos do not, you invite me, but do not expect to, sinabi ko lang that I will get the best economic minds. Hindi ako economic, hindi naman ako graduate ng sabi ko nga 75 lang ako dyan sa economics. Hindi naman ako interesado niyang graph na dyan. Hihilo ako yung sunod-sunod lang. Ayun, gano'n. So, do not be too cynic about your officials because in the first place, I never pretended to be one. Nag-graduate ako. Never pretended to have credentials, summa cum laude. I was never even 75 lang hanggang now if you give me 75 for my performance today, fine. But hanggang dyan lang ako. Ano magawa ko? Alam mo kasi itong mga elitista may sumusubra. Kala mo naman sino ang mga ulol. Eh, kayo unang nag-insulto eh. So, let us see what happens next. Ngayon, kinukuha ko si Carlos Dominguez. Kababata ako yan. Dito kami lumaki itong subdivision na ito dito. He was my childhood friend. He was our valedictorian. Kindergarten valedictorian up to I think ano yan siya? Ako 75 lang. Hanggang pag-graduate ng College of Law. Pero trabahante ko sila ngayon. Artugadi, I was a valedictorian sa College of Law sa San Beda. Ako 75 lang. Pero sabi ko, lang, trabaho ka dito sa akin. Trabaho ka? Ganun lang ang buhay. So, kayo dyan sa dahan-dahan lang. Ano pa naman buhay? Weather lang, tama talaga sa Now, drinking. No drinking in all public places and even alleys. Ito yung magpunta ako ng Tondo, nakita ko na sa do not do that. If you do not have a house, then do not drink. In pub, do not make it as a substitute of a place for drinking. All. And the police must arrest all drinking people in public. Alcoholic ang ibig sabihin. Do not occupy streets. Kagaya dito minsan yung highway patrol. He not only drinks, naghumihingi pa doon sa kapitbahay niya. Drinking must stop in all public places, lalo na mga plaza. Itong sa transacting public, if he applies, let me go back. Bigyan mo siya ng shopping list. The requirements to i-produce mo. That list is final. Huwag mong dagdagan, huwag mong kunan. Huwag mong pabalik-balikin ang tao at sinabi, ito pala kulang pa ito. Give him or her exactly what is needed. And pag na-submit na yan, that is it. Bigyan mo ng stub, plastic or whatever. That's para hindi masira. Then pag-apply niya, the government employee receiving the papers, wherever, pati Malacanang, Pirmahan niya yung date, sa kanyang date. Received from Mr. Blanc Mona the following papers for application. 1, 2, 3, 1. He has been, lahat ng kailangan niya binigay na. Papirmahin mo yung tao. Then pumunta ka sa computer mo, take a look in a GP, the workload of your office. Then you would know to give an estimate of how many days the office need to do its job. When mo come back on this date, in the afternoon at 3:30, and you will have your papers. Period. Nagkaintindihan tayo niyan, ladies and gentlemen in the government service. Yan. Walang exception, walang extension. Now, kung meron man at mag-complain, diretso yan sa ombudsman or to me. Then I will order the investigation and I would act upon myself. If I can meet you something like a suspension or dismissal, I will do it. Wala akong marami. Alam mo kasi kung bakit. Maraming sa labas na kailangan ng trabaho. Bakit ako magtiis sa inyo? Why would I endure attacks tapos sa incompetence pati sa katurpianin? I would not. Why would I suffer? Tayo ang dapat managot sa sarili niyo. It's crazy for me to be absorbing all the attacks there. Tayo. The Commission on Civil Service should be able to come up with it's a constitutional body. So, I can only request that they conduct seminars and things like that. So dito, punctuality, not only in attendance, but punctuality in the release and action on the papers of the public. Mas mabuti pag i-delay mo yung multimillionaires application, wag yung yung mahirap. Kaya mga milyonaryo, pwede sila magbalik-balik eh. The billionaires can always send somebody. Pero itong Pilipino, pabalik-balik siya. Now, I will create an office, Department of Overseas Workers. I'm getting a building, tingin ko yung post office, pero historical kasi yung post office eh. Paano Manila? Wala naman na gumagamit ng post office ngayon. Yan mo naman, Dear Elsa, medyo biyudo na ako ngayon na hindi naman, pwede pa ba tayong makita kung may panahon ka? Text lang naman nga. Love you. Love you too. Maski na illegal. Love you. Love you too. So, I plan to convert it to something very functional, very useful to the Filipino. Gusto ko yung government, yung public, applying for overseas. Huwag ninyong pabalik-balikin. Gusto ko yung Department of Foreign Affairs, yung health services, yung mga clearances sa police, doon na. Gamitin ninyo yung computer na yan. Akala ko, karami ko ng computer. Yumama na lang yung mga computer na tindahan dyan. Incompetent pa rin kayo. Gamitin nyo. Gusto siya NBI? NBI. Diyan, may section dyan. Computer. Ikadoon mo lang sa opisina mo sentral. Wala. Sige. Wala na seremonya. Police. Justice Department. Yan. Tapos, apply na siya. Lahat ng recruiters, I will create a special unit, maybe the CIS. Lahat ng illegal recruiters, hindi na kailangan may biktima pa. I will order the arrest of all recruiters operating without the proper permit. And I would know if I see one. I could smell a rat a mile away. Huli na kayo. Hindi ko na hintayin. Kagaya ng mga kidnapper, hold-upper, hindi na maghintay na may biktima kayo. I will do what you do to the others. Yan ang warning ko, ha? Gagawin ko sa iyo ano yung ginagawa mo sa kapwa mo tao. Period. Mga sa estudyante, time and again, this has been the warning, it's never complied. No collections of ever kind. Walang collection. Pag wala kayong pamparte, then there is no party. And any dress would do in public. No more uniforms. Itong K-12, ayaw ko nito, but after it was explained to me by an education expert, I kind of really wavered on it. Nag-vacillate ako dito, but let me come up with a clear decision on the matter. Maybe sometime before, give me until the end of the month. I want to talk to the new prospective Secretary of Education. Itong hingi-hingi, that's extortion. It is extortion or illegal exaction. Yung mga taxi, both dito sa Davao pati sa Maynila. Alam mo, pag kinuha mo yung pera ng tao kasi wala kang sensilyo at hindi mo talaga binalik, that is estafa. It is not a simple violation. Kaya sinabi ko sa mga driver dito, it is not your money and you go away with it. Ayaw mong kambiyan, sabi mo wala kang sensilyo, huwag ka mag-drive. So it behooves upon the taxi company now to provide the drivers with loose changes at the start of the day. Ganon. And I would like to ask also the riding public, para hindi kayo mabiktima, to try to estimate how much you'd pay for your fare. Kasi yan, bigyan mo ng 100, itatakbo ng gago, wala siyang no loose change. Try to figure out the amount that you have to pay to reach your destination. Pati itong mga taxi driver, you must have loose changes at all times. Pagka wala na, pumara ka, pumunta ka doon sa tindahan, saan yung suki mo, then you have it converted to coins and smaller denominations. Those are my thoughts while I was recuperating. And itong isang babae tali na mapigilan ang kamay. Gusto na itaas. Pakihila nga ng kamay niya. Papuntang itaas. Where is she? Okay. Ma'am, may I have your first question? And the last for the day. Hapon na eh. Hindi, biro lang. Lambing lang yan, nung kumaniwala dyan. No. I never set any deadlines. Itong Mindanao issue, itong federalism, the Mindanao issue hinges on our success or failure sa federal system. Nothing short of nothing will ever appease the Moro people sa Mindanao kung hindi, because failed yung Tripoli agreement, yung kay Normi Suare, then the then you have the specificity of President, it all failed. Gusto talaga nila ngayon federalism. We have to give it if we want to have a peaceful Mindanao and eventually a peaceful country. Nothing short of that will bring peace to our land. So, yung Abu Sayyaf is connected with the Mindanao issue. It drove most of the young men to this desperation and being radicalized. Now, ayaw ko yan silang makontaminate ng ISIS. So in the meantime, I'll just have to cooperate with them that they must know the consequences of their acts. When the time comes, when it is the right time, I would make it clear to every negotiating body that it does not include condemnation. not condemnation. It does not, the position is not really condemnation, but nation building. But for those who committed serious crimes, they must answer for it. There will be a time to reckon with that I would ask everybody there to surrender and release all hostages. But it will not come until we have started the talks in Mindanao. Kasi ang karamihan yan, galing rin sa MI pati MN. Those are the arms that were in the hands of people that were, well, the situation drove them into radicalization. Wala nang makita ito. Ay, kung gano'n na lang man, di sige, yung gusto niya. So, damay lahat. But criminality, ito kasing sa Abu Sayyaf, sa ano, it is bad enough to kill the people, but to kill them in public execution, talagang, ito, but it does not include dito sa criminality. Drugs, criminality, then I'll fix government, corruption, at the same time allow the economic managers to work, and I will follow, if it is really for the good of the country, every recommendation that they would have. Yan ang akin. So itong Abu Sayyaf takes time. But at sometime in the future, we just have to talk about real issues. But I would like to stress now that normal police operations will continue. An aggressive police presence will continue. And the armed forces will be called to assist. Philippine Navy, Marines and all. And even in the drive against criminality, the military will have to do its share. Now, I will answer for those that are committed in the performance of duty. I, as the President, will be assuming full legal responsibility. I only ask that the other constitutional bodies, I said, give us the little respect that we deserve. Huwag naman yung pabalabag na istorya kasi wala ako, I can take it, I said. Before I forget, I would like to know from anybody in the executive department of the past administration why we lost the Scarborough Shoal. I can take all the insults and mud and garbage. That is part of the territory of politics. Pero itong mga ganito na mawalaan tayo ng lupa, or at least whatever is under the water is lupa, it belongs to our economic zone. Why is it now that if it is an exclusive economic zone, we can no longer operate in that area? Ang mga fishermen natin are deprived. If it's really an exclusive. So, somebody should tell me in the coming days how we lost the Scarborough Shoal. No, Trillanes went there 16 times. After the 16th visit, nawala ang Scarborough Shoal. Somebody has to answer for a lot of these things. Means the livelihood, food security of the Filipino people. And to me, it's treason. Yes, Pea, ay lumiliit na yung kamay mo sa hands up. Sige, vertikan mo na lang si CNN. Dito ka, tanda na itong boyfriend mo. Liga dito ka. Make it fast. The ambassador of Japan is waiting for me downstairs. Dito ka, ibulong mo na lang, halika. Executive, Adia Elgin, not yet. Executive Secretary, I think it's si Midaldia Bingbong. He's acceptable to all. He's the son of, his father used to be the provincial fiscal dito noon. About the time when my father was governor of this place. Then he went to be a justice of the Supreme Court. Anak ito siya. But it's good. It's good. Siya ang executive secretary. I would like to talk to Yasai. He said that he's only good for less than 1 year. So if that is the case, anyway, Alan might want it for himself, yung position na yan. Kung magtanggap siya na less than a year, acting secretary, I did not submit maybe his appointment to the commission appointments. I think I'll take him in. Ang sigurado dyan, si Bingbong, executive secretary, Panelo will handle the Malacanang press, and his designation is presidential spokesman. Then you have Tugadi, you have Sunny Dominguez, and Yasay Dominguez and Tugadi. I'm still awaiting for somebody to handle defense. Gilbert Teodoro is coming in. I'll talk to him later. The Secretary of Education is Peter Laurel, yung presidente ng Lyceum. Peter Laurel. Jess Doresa would handle the peace process, presidential, together with Bebot Belio. Belio would handle the communist side. Doresa will handle if he wants. Kung gusto lang niya, the president, yung pwesto niya dati kay Arroyo. I need young men, but I need men of expertise and wisdom. Yung fingertips nila yung problema. But I will create a commission right away. Mix Moro and Lumans and Christians. They will be the ones to explain the need to have a federal system. And lecturers, expert about federal system. After that, I will call for a constitutional convention. And I will ask the Filipino people about the need to have a federal system to save the country. If you have another bright idea, fine, I'd listen to you. Yes, it should be not later than 2 years. We will submit the issue for a plebiscite or a referendum. Hindi naman dali lang mag-frame ng actually, it's not in the framing of the words. It is in the matter of implementation and obeying what we have agreed on. And that is for everybody, the Christians, the Moro, and the Lumad. Let me see, I said. I still have to talk to the guy. I have always considered they think that somebody is following them. That's why they try to burn their mother because she was the devil, and patayin yung grandfather, tatay, kasi akala niya demonyo. Diyan ako galit sa drugs because during our time, wala namang nire-rape na bata. Peter, it's a very cruel word, yung drugs. Galit ako sa mga drug lords na hindi nga naman sila talaga addict. They just seek out to convert people from one of a responsible citizen or a young man studying or a young woman, and then they destroy their lives. And I have said, frankly, and who has had at least the barest minimum of gun handling and law enforcement. But there will be classes for them. But they will be under the supervision of the barangay captain para hindi matakot. But administratively, they have to report to the precinct commander or station commander of the area where they are assigned. I will buy, kasi takot ang madurugista talaga may baril. If you, I am sure if you dig deep into sa kultura ng drugs, all of them, may mga baril yan. Because you know, as you know very well, that phenomenon starts with yung ang tawag nito, there's chaos, wala kang ngipin. Magpadagay ka ng pustiso, tumawa ka. Para nga, that's the only language that, you know, alam mo kasi pag sabi-sabi ko lang, ngayon, I ask you in with sincerity. Kaya nilalagyan ko ng color of, hindi naman insult, but, yeah, sabi ko, maski pangag ka. You smile. Wala kang ngipin. Well, save enough money to have your smile. Be courteous. Dinagdagan ko yan ng medyo pa-slide na insulto. But that's it. Wala tayong magawa. Now, itong the reason why there is a flooding and proliferation of drugs is because of the inutility of the barangay captains. It should start from there. Sila yung nakakilala ng mga tao. Na ngayon, pag hindi ako satisfied sa drive and drugs, because I will issue the guidelines, the war against drug must start in the barangay level. I will give you, hindi na ako bibigay sa ng mga tanod. Walang ginawa yung hindi mag-inom, mag-abuso. I will recruit people, parang yung CHDF sa police. Only those who have completed ROTC at may neuro because pahawakan ko ng baril. Those already ex-soldiers or have retired because the family nasa. Yun yan sila. She pays for your salary. So why do you take offense if she doesn't know you? And who are you to be known also? Especially if you are into graft and corruption. With more reason nga dapat hindi ka talaga batiyan eh. You know, it's the metamorphosis that goes around the mind of people in government. You shape up. You shape up. Be courteous to everybody. Baski wala kang ngipin. Try to save some money para sa pustiso. You smile. Do not be ashamed to smile.